السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم سالم من قناة العيال تجربة. اليوم معنا لعبة ألين ويك الجزء الثاني، وأنا صراحة أول مرة ألعب اللعبة. طبعا تنويه، اللعبة فيها رعب وأشلاء ومشاهد مقززة، حاولنا بشتى الطرق أن نغطي بعض الأشياء، ولكن هكذا هي الألعاب. ولا تنسونا بالاشتراك في القناة وتفعيل زر التنبيهات، وبسم الله نبدأ.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
هنا تبدأ اللعبة مع هذا الرجل السمين. صراحة المكان مظلم وموحش ومرعب صراحة. الجو خرافي ومخيف. طبعا ما حد يقدر يساعدك وانت تعرج كذا في هذه الظلمة. يلا نمشي نشوف ايش نهاية هذا الممر. صراحة الأصوات ممتعة والجو صراحة واو. طبعا اللعبة فيها نقزات، لحظات كذا زيها كذا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. صراحة المشهد سواها فيني. الحين مفترض انه نقدر نركض شوي على العرجة اللي فيه. الركضة صعبة. رجعت مرة ثانية النقزة هذه. اللعبة تعتمد على هذه النقزات وهذه المشاهدة واللحظات اللي تخليك كذا دمك يعني يسخن. يلا خلينا نتابع المشي ونشوف ايش نهاية هذا الممشى الغريب والليل الطويل.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
ها نحن وصلنا إلى مسرح الجريمة وبنشوف هذه الخريطة الموجودة هنا على الجدار. أوكي، عشان نعرف المواقع ونمشي على الاتجاهات المرسومة عليها. يلا نبدأ.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that,
Those damn feds gonna show up, Mulligan.
Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
اوكي. اللي فهمته انهم حصلوا جثة. طبعا هذه الحين اللي هي المحققة ساغا أندرسون، الثاني كيسي. هم وجدوا الجثة تحت. الحين احنا بنروح عشان نكمل باقي التحقيق. وطبعا كأنه ذكروا انه في شاهدين هناك او شيء كذا اللي شفناهم في المقطع البداية.
The mind place. My version of the mind palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the mind place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
اوكي. هذا قالت انه هذا المايند بليس، يعني كأنه العقل الباطني او عقلها الداخلي، تفكيرها الخاص، يعني طريقة عندها طريقة معينة او قدرة تحلل فيها الصور والمعلومات اللي توصل لها عبر اي جريمة يعني كانت. جميل.
You're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting... Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
بصراحة القصة جاية ممتعة كذا، نتابع الأحداث.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
اوكي. هنا يتسألوا ليش يعني انه هو خلاها مسؤولة عن هذا التحقيق، فقال لها انه هي احسن منه في التحقيق، وصار بينهم موقف كوميدي كذا.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
وهنا بعض الكوميديا يعني بين المحققين تسخر منه على كبر السن، يعني بما أن انتهت يعني عدد السلالم فيقول لها أنه هو مش كبير بهذا السن أو مش كبير كثير. وصحيح بما أني أول مرة يعني أتكلم في فيديو بشكل هيك كامل أو أحاول يعني، أتمنى أن يعجبكم الأمر. سنحاول أن ننزل مقاطع بهذه الطريقة لاحقا.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
ما زالت الكوميديا في اللعبة مستمرة، تخفيف التوتر لأنه لاحقا بيكون أشياء شكلها تجهيزك يعني للقادم.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
الحين وصلنا إلى مكان الجريمة ومكان الجثة. طبعا عذرا يا مشاهدينا الكرام، طبعا في مشاهد هنا الجثة وما إلى ذلك. حاولنا نغطي بشتى الطرق ولكن هذا اللي طلع معنا.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
أوكي، والآن حان وقت بدء التحقيقات.
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
الخطوة الأولى هي فحص الجثة.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
وهذه خاصية المايند بليس. نضع الدلائل هنا ونكتب الملاحظات عشان نتبع القصة ونجد الحقيقة وراء هذه الجريمة.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
هنا نرتب الصور والأحداث. اوكي، خلونا نرجع عند المكان اللي فيه الجثة ونشوف هنا كيف نحصل دلائل إضافية.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
اوكي، الحين حصلنا 3 دلائل او 3 أدلة. يعني المعصم ماله كان مربوط بشكل عنيف، وقلبه كان بجنبه، والصدر مفتوح. والآن نرتب الأحداث بطريقة قصصية أو طريقة منسقة عشان نقدر نفهم إيش اللي صار لهذا الضحية، أو إيش اللي صار للضحية.
Nope.
صراحة ترتيب هذه الصور أحيانا مزعج شوي حبتين يعني، ولازم تعرف وين بالضبط الصورة تنحط. يعني الأفضل أنك تحطها على المكان الأصفر أو الملاحظة الصفراء، بعدين الملاحظة هي اللي ترتبها بالطريقة المناسبة.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
ايوه، الحين انه في 4 قضايا بنفس الطريقة، نفس طريقة القتل يعني، لكن هذه القضية اللي فيها انه القلب والأربطة اللي ربطوا بها الجثة يعني تركوها في الخلف، يعني ما شلوها معاهم. يعني في أدلة إضافية غير الجرائم الأخرى. هنا عندنا الكيس. اوكي،
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
اوكي، والحين لازم نعرف مين الضحية، وكأنه في عدة اشخاص اللي قتلوهم مش واحد.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
اوكي، الحين عرفنا اسم الضحية هو روبرت نايتنجل، وشغال في FBI قديم يعني.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
الحين عرفنا بعض الأحداث يعني حول هذا روبرت، وكأنه من 13 سنة هو اختفى، وهو FBI، وكأنه بيطارد حد يعني خلال الفترة هذيك.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
وطبعا في حاجة جميلة، لما قريت حول اللعبة والأحداث السابقة يعني في الجزء الأول، يبدو أن الفترة هي 13 سنة من الجزء الأول إلى الجزء الثاني هذا، والفترة اللي هو هذا روبرت نايتنجل لما اختفى فيها هي 13 سنة. فشوف الأحداث كيف ترابط في يعني الفترة الزمنية جميلة كانت.
Indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
أوكي، ولما كنا نبحث في هذيك عند سلة المشروبات حصلنا عدة غرش وكذا وفي سلاح، طبعا يدل ان هذا في عندنا عدة قتلة وليس قاتل واحد.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state, but yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
الآن بروفايلينج وهي استقراء أو يعني عمل حبكة معينة زين من خلال الصور والدلائل اللي معانا عشان نعرف إيش اللي صار للضحية يعني. هذا هو البروفايلينج، هو استقراء ذهني.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
بعد البروفايلينج تبين انه قتل وهو جاي من البحيرة.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
اوكي، والان تيقنا انه روبرت نايتنجل اعتبروه كأنه حاوية، وعملوا له كأنه طقس سحر زين لاحتواء شيء داخله هكذا. واللعبة احيانا تخليك تحوس كذا، ما تدري ايش تسوي. يعني عندك البروفايلينج، وعندك الصور اللي داخل في المايند بليس، لازم ترتبهم ترتيب صحيح، يعني انك تخليهم مرتبين عشان انه القصة تمشي. يعني القصة توقف اذا مثلا ما في اكتشافات، يعني ما اكتشفت ايش اللي صاير، القصة توقف. انت لازم تعرف الحل عشان القصة تمشي. زي كذا الحين انا قاعد احوس ومش عارف ايش اسوي. الحين ماشي، دخلنا الى المايند بليس، وان شاء الله هنا بنحصل الحل.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon. If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softy Casey is. Mom may be gone, but whenever I read this, I feel like she's still here. This mug always cheers me up.
اوكي، خلينا الحين نعبث بالاوراق شوي هنا ونقري شوي ونشوف كيف الاحداث. يعني احيانا اصلا طريقة اللعب هي طريقة صراحة فنانة بالنسبة لي انا، انك لازم ترتب الصور عشان الشخصية تعرف ايش اللي صاير، عشان تقدر تتفاعل مع الوضع الجديد.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
والحين بعد ما قرينا الأوراق وعبثنا بين شوي، الحين تغير المشهد. طبعا انها قالت له خلينا بنروح لعند
This one of your hunches, Anderson?
عند النهر
Did
تحت
something happen at the
ونشوف
lake?
ايش اللي امر،
I
ايش اللي
think
صاير.
Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly noon. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got...
There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
words.
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept,
even if they knew it would end up hurting them? Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
زي المشهد اللي قبل المحقق كيسي اللي معانا لما في كان دليل أمامنا. طبعا أنا ما كنت أعرف فين المكان الدليل، أنا كنت أحوس كذا، فهو واقف بيشير إلى المكان اللي فيه الغرض اللي مفترض أنه يخلي القصة تمشي. فلما رحت عند الغرض وخذيته على طول القصة بدأت تمشي، السيناريو اللي بعده هكذا. فيعني أحيانا البيئة المحيطة أو الأشخاص المحيطين اللي حولك ممكن يساعدوك في يعني تحريك القصة.
I think he came from the lake, but his tracks make no sense.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here? We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
بصراحة طريقة البروفايلنج في اللعبة هذه يحسسك كأنه استحضار روح، كأنها تستحضر روح أو يعني شيء شرير كذا مثلا، أو يساعدها في يعني فهم مجريات الأمور. طريقة غريبة لكنها فعالة صراحة. اوكي، خلينا الحين نرتب الأحداث والدلائل اللي حصلنا عليها. تمام.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
طبعا الاستقراء اللي سواته أو البروفايلينج يعني يبين إنه في شيء دخل صدره.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they've seen much stuff this gruesome.
والحين بننقل جثة نايتنجل إلى المدينة وبنشوف بعدين إيش اللي داخل صدره.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books. Hates the movies.
خلينا نرجع للمدينة ونشوف باقي القصة، لأن شكلها القصة طويلة والأحداث مثيرة صراحة.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
بما أني أول مرة أجرب اللعبة، صراحة انطباعي عنها اللعبة جيدة الآن، والأحداث والإحساس حتى الجو فيها صراحة عميق، جميلة والله عجبتني. أتمنى نستمر فيها، مع أني ما أظني راح أستمر لهذا الفيديو فقط، كالعادة يعني من قناة العيال TGB دائما تنوعنا، يعني نحب تنوع أفضل.
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
وأخيرا وصلنا المدينة، صراحة الجو خرافي، الجرافيك واو.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
اوكي، ونحن الان متجهين الى عند مسؤول الشرطة والشاهدين اللي موجودين هناك، اللي شافوا الحدث او شافوا عملية قتل نايتنجل. رغم ان سوداوية اللعبة وان العملية فيها قتل وجريمة وما الى ذلك، بس صراحة الجو صراحة جميل. الجو اللي في المدينة ممتع صراحة.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No. The Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
والآن القصة وصلت إلى أن نستجوب بالشاهدين، أو هناك شاهدين اثنين اللي هم شافوا عملية قتل نايتنجل، والحين بندخل المطعم هذا وبنشوف كيف. بصراحة الجو فنان، الجو مرة خرافي. منظر الجبل كيف، والسيارات، التفاصيل صراحة جميلة. البحر، شوف الليك كيف، أو البحيرة كيف. نايس.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
Can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Have some pie. Don't take your mind off things.
وبشكل عام صراحة اللعبة تعتمد على التفاصيل وعلى الملاحظات الجانبية هذه اللي تحصلها من الحين لحين، هي اللي تكمل يعني منسوج القصة أو سياق القصة بشكل كامل.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
اوكي. الحين هذه إد وتومي او تامي، فهم اللي شافوا الحدث، ايش اللي صار معاهم، طعنوه وكذا وطلقوا عليه بالرصاص وهكذا يعني، وهم هربوا. وطبعا إد يقول انهم هم كأنهم جماعة طائفة دينية كذا، يعني من الطائفات هذيك اللي يستخدموا السحر وكذا في طقوسهم.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page, This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
اوكي، الحين بعد البروفايلنج او الاستقراء عرفنا انه تامي وإيد بريئين من الجريمة هذه، بس ولكن عرفنا شيء اضافي انه في قلادة يعني من المختطفين هذينك مفقودة، يعني مع واحد من الاثنين، مع تامي او مع إيد.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear friends.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
وهنا بعد موقف غريب وغامض. روز تقول انها تعرف ساغا، وساغا ما تعرف روز، وروز تقول انه ان بنت ساغا ماتت غرقا، وطبعا بنت ساغا ما زالت عايشة او ما زالت حية يعني. موقف غريب صراحة. اوكي، الحين بنفتش الغرف نشوف اذا في شيء هناك مميز او شيء مثير او معلومة اضافية نحصل لها دليل يساعدنا على حل هذا اللغز. مش هذه نفس اللي موجودة عندنا في البليس، مايند بليس. خلينا نشوف. اوكي، ايوه، شوف في نهاية الممر هناك في النهاية في نفس الرسمة الغزال هذا او الوعل. بعدين ايش هذه 11 باقية او متبقية 11؟ هل المقصد منها يعني متبقي 11 دليل يعني عشان نلتقي بألان ويك او نحل القضية او نعرف ايش؟
I need something to force this open.
ايش اللي جرى او ايش الطقس هذا اللي خلى النايتنجل يعني يرجع للحياة مرة ثانية كأنه زومبي. خلاص أظن ماشي هنا باقي. نطلع برا أفضل، نتابع باقي القصة. نرجع عند الشريف أو المأمور وعند الكيسي المحقق اللي معانا، ونشوف كيف القصة تقودنا، ولا نسأل هذه. أوكي، في هنا حوار أو دايلوج.
So Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces. Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious. But soon enough, there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
والآن وصلنا إلى المشرحة وبنفحص نايتنجل أو جثة الميت، وبنشوف إيش السر اللي في صدره.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
طبعا الكوميديا السوداء موجودة في اللعبة بكثرة، يعني تجهيز للقادم كالعادة. الحين اوكي، صراحة المكان الظلمة أنا حتى رافع المقدار الظلمة هذه أو الضوء إلى 70 عشان أقدر أشوف.
I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that? Defensive wounds. They put up a fight.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest.
اوكي، بعد الفحص لقينا كتابة على القلب نفسه. الغريبة كيف يعني كتبوا على القلب وعلى كتفه، وبعض الدلائل كذا حول انه في صراع صار بينهم وبين القتلة، وانهم في شيء في صدره داخل خلوه يعني. الحين بس بنرتب الاحداث والصور عشان نمشي على ترتيب القصة. اوكي، ناخذ الملف نحطه على الورقة الصفراء او الملاحظة الصفراء. خلاص الامور طيبة.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
وهنا قالت ان نحن نتعامل مع مجموعة من القتلة وليس قاتل واحد.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
الطائفة هذه اسمها طائفة الشجرة، والحين بنفتح ملف جديد عشان في هنا دلائل واشياء جديدة جت. لازم يكون في ملف جديد عشان الترتيب يكون صحيح.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
طبعا عشان توقف هذه الطائفة الدينية أو طائفة السحر هذه لازم تعرف معلومات أكثر عنها، تبحث عنها ونعرف دلائل أكثر عشان نقدر نفهم كيف عملهم يعني، وهكذا. أحيانا ترتيب هذه الدلائل أو الملحوظات هذه بطريقة معينة يكون شوي يعني مزعج، لأنك لازم تعرف وين بالضبط تحط الصورة عشان تمشي مع النوت الصحيحة. نفس هذه كذا.
Nope.
وزي ما قلنا من قبل، اللعبة ما تمشي إلا لما تكون أنت مرتب سيناريو قصة بشكل متسق يعني متناسق، عشان اللعبة تروح للخطوة اللي بعدها. الحين قاسين ندور نشوف إيش اللي نحن نسيناه أو ما قريناه وما عرفنا معلومة عنه عشان يعني مجريات اللعبة تمشي.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
ايوه، وهذا لما فتحنا الملف الثاني طلعت ان عندنا الصورة هذه بعد مش مرتبة، مش في مكان المناسب.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Right.
يلا خلونا الحين نرتب باقي الأدلة والصور عشان نروح للخطوة الثانية. أريد أعرف إيش داخل صدره هذا. خلاص يعني متحمس. أريد نقفل الفيديو هذا على الأقل ساعة أو ربع أو شيء كذا.
Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't add up.
والغريب بعد إنه سبب الموت هو طعنة في الصدر، ولكن الجثة جاية منتفخة يعني كأنها غارقة في الماء، يعني في عملية غرق صار مع.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? Same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
اوف، اختفى المأمور.
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
ايوه هذا هو، طلع المستخبي. الحين قالوا لي ابقى في الليت عشان ما يكتشفك. نشوف كيف. وين هذا؟ ما اشوفه. اوكي شوفوا.
He can't see me in the light.
اوه.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
وهنا كاتبين الملاذ الآمن سوف يعيد بعض صحتك، لكن في القتال ما بيكون متوفر هذا الملاذ الآمن. يلا نركض. يلا في ساعة ارجع. يلا في ساعة. اوكي مسك المسدس. يلا انطخ خلاص. الراس.
Vanished.
اوكي، وهذا صراحة الجو كان خرافي ومرعب ومقلق كله كذا مع بعضه، يعني خلطة غريبة. وهذا هو الفصل اللي ينتهي، وأظني خلاص بنوقف التسجيل، وإن شاءت الأقدار نشوفكم في لعبة أخرى، أو يمكن نكمل الأحداث اللعبة هذه. وشكرا لكم لمشاهدتكم الحلقة، ولا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة وتفعيل زر التنبيهات، ونراكم في لعبة أخرى أو تكملة لهذه اللعبة. مع السلامة.
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff